Well, this video is way overdue. It's time to do another update on the 69 Coronet 500. So, a lot has happened since the last time you guys saw this car. Um, Last video, we talked about there were some issues with getting it started because we thought that the starter was bad. The starter was not bad, it was the main power wire from the positive side of the battery to the jumper to the relay that was bad. There's a couple other little wiring things that I got fixed. So that's fixed. It runs, and I tested the transmission just around outside here a little bit, and it worked pretty good. Got it first and second gear. Not didn't take it up any speed or anything. Didn't do anything crazy with it. So fast forward a little bit. Got that figured out. Took it up to Mopar's in the Park, which is our local big show, largest all Mopar show and swap meet in the Midwest. Maybe I saw some of you guys there, maybe not. Hopefully I'll see you next year if you didn't make it this year. So drove it around there, once again, only first, second gear. I hadn't taken it out on the street. And everybody was loving the car. It was a pretty cool experience. Ran into a few people here. A few people who watch my videos. I appreciate all that. Everybody that came by and said hi. So fast forward another day. Show was great. Show was ended. And we brought it back home. We were very tired from the show. Didn't do anything with it immediately. But got it back today. Well, hold on. Rewind a little. While I was at the show, surrounded by a swap meet full of all kinds of great parts and great people, I decided to do some upgrades to the car right there at the show on the spot. Let's go over that quick. New marker lights. Front and rear. They look really nice. I had a little bit of issue with the front ones just because they were like a double-sided tape stick-on as opposed to the original clip-on style. I had to kind of get a little glue to help reinforce one, but other than that, really nice. The backs had the normal clip-on style. And let's pop the hood, look at a couple things under there quick. If I can get the hood latch. Not much has changed under here other than, like I said, I got that new power wire running and new spark plug wires. New spark plug wires, and I was having a hard time with fuel delivery. Up at the show, everything is great. I replaced the fuel filter with a stock looking one, so that's kind of cool. Got that from one of my friends up there. And then got up there and it would crank and crank and crank and crank. It would never start. I was like, what the heck? Why is it not starting? And it was just the last day of the show. We were about to bring it home, and I was like, okay, whatever. It's done good so far, so I'll just bring it home and I'll deal with it later. So I've been fighting that yesterday and today, and put a brand new fuel pump on it, as you see, new fuel pump. And still wasn't working. I was thinking, well, what the heck? Pulled the line off. It wasn't spraying anything, wasn't doing anything, wasn't working right. And I put my finger over the hose to feel if it was pulsing with the pump, making sure that was working. And it was working fine. But it wasn't delivering fuel. And I was like, I don't really know why that is. So I took a air hose and blew into the end of the line and sprayed whatever junk that was in the line back downstream, or upstream, I guess, rather. And now it works just fine. So that's the deal with that so far. And then the brakes are working good. Power steering never worked, so I popped that open, found out it was empty, filled it with fluid, and now I can steer this car with one finger. It's amazing, actually. So that's what's happened as far as upgrades to the car that I've done. Now here's upgrades to the car that I haven't done. And I'm not saying that somebody else did it. I'm saying, lack of a better way to say it, this car's basically turning into Christine a little bit. The taillights didn't really work before, and neither did any of the blinkers or headlights or anything. So let's take a look at that now. We'll turn the key on. Sorry, my hand's in the way. Turn that on. Turn that on, and maybe the headlights are on. Yep. Headlights and high beams. That marker light's working. That one's not. So let's go look at the back. And when I say I didn't do this, I mean seriously, I didn't touch the wiring for this. I didn't do anything to it. It just happened. In fact, I went, was camping with one of my friends out there and came and was looking at, what was it? It was about getting dark, and I was going to drive the car back to my spot because I didn't want to accidentally run anybody's stuff over. So I figured, I'll run it back to the spot. I ran up, parked it in the spot, and I was about to shut it off, and the headlights just turned on. So, kind of cool, a little spooky almost, but pretty cool that stuff like that happens. And they're not working right now again, but the speedometer was working, the gas gauge was working, and everything. So, another thing, how many times, and seriously, let me know in the comments, how many times have you seen that? Working marker lights. Oh, and not just the front. Back works too. Now let's try the other side. Try the other side here now. There's the back. There's the front. Seriously, guys, let me know how many times you've seen marker lights just work after sitting that many years. And that little wiper switch that's in behind the wheel is a very, very, very common problem. So that's just other cool stuff that's happened to this car. And the windshield wipers, that too. It's like the whole electric system is just kind of slowly coming back to life. The windshield wipers didn't work hardly at all. They would just creak up just a little tiny bit and then go back down. So it actually started raining up at the show, so I figured, what the heck, it's raining. Maybe I'll try the wipers. Once it started raining, they just started working perfectly. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. This car, it's like it's haunted in the best possible way. It's just funny. So, and then today, just not even 30 minutes ago, I decided, all right, back home, everything's kind of been tested, everything's working, it's time. I took this thing on the street for the first time in I don't know how many years. This car has been off the road for minimum 25 years, I would say. At least off of daily use. It may have been on the street occasionally, once, twice, here or there, but it's my belief that it's been out of daily use for many, many, many years. So I took it up on the main road, country road out here, and opened it up a little bit. First, second, third, all the way up to a stop sign that's only, I don't know, half a mile away. So I didn't get all 4 gears right away. And I was pushing it pretty hard. Just in that probably half mile, maybe 3/4 of a mile, I probably got it up to 75 miles an hour if I had to guess. The speedometer wasn't working. And then I turned around, came back the other way, ran it through, first, second, third, fourth, and it's pretty smooth. The brakes are pretty good. They kind of scared me a little bit, but they're fine. And you can see it has the Hearst Ramrod racing shifter, so that was pretty fun to use, actually. Is it a street shifter? No. Is it designed to do daily driver stuff? No, not really. But it actually works pretty good. It's pretty fun to use. So, anyways, that's kind of the long and short of it. And there's going to be other upgrades done to the car and updates as far as how the car is doing. I seriously just can't believe that it's come this far in this period of time. And this is it needs some tweaking. It needs a couple little wire things. It needs a little bit of this and that, but this is a daily driver now. So it's ready to hit the streets and update things here and there. I'm gonna try to get some better seats for it. I'm gonna try to get some other stuff done to it. I'm try to make sure that the dash lights and the dash gauges work good before I go try and drive it anywhere too far. The gas gauge was working and now it's not, so it's probably just loose connection or something. So we'll see how a bunch of stuff like that actually plays out. But hey, I'm very very happy. I'm thrilled that everything has come this far, and I definitely appreciate anyone and everyone's support for the project. And seriously, this has been a lot of fun. More than anything, it's been a lot of fun. So we'll kind of see what's next on the list. I'm sure as I use it a little bit, which I do want to use it a bit. I'm sure other things will pop up that need to be addressed. But as of right now, all systems are working. So I guess I'll just kind of leave it at that, and let me know what you guys think of this update, and what do you think of the car? A lot of little stuff done, and more than anything, a lot of people are like, "Oh, that's just little stuff." Well, it's all those little things that add up to getting a car back on the road for the first time in 20 something years. So, let me know if you guys want to see a video of me driving the car, or a video of cold starts or take off from a line or something like that. So might do some fun stuff like that as well. But I don't stop rambling. I'm gonna leave it at that. Definitely consider like, subscribe, all that other stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one.